We're on the home stretch, the final frontier, the last leg of the journey, the end of the third trimester. I am almost 38 weeks now, which means baby is a-coming. So this is going to be my last pregnancy update video, last baby update video before you meet him. But before we get started, if you aren't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you hit that button, hit that bell, so you can meet baby and follow along on all of our future travel adventures. Ooh, all right. So, third trimester. What do we want to start with? Do we want to start with the good or do we want to start with the bad? Let's just start with the elephant in the room, and not the cute little one that I've put up in our nursery. Bad news.
Well, the latest thing we've been struggling with is you're 35 weeks tomorrow.
Yeah, so pretty much 35 weeks, yeah.
And baby is still in the wrong position. He's in the breech position.
I think he's Frank breeched. So his feet would be up. Little head up, bum down, feet up. Which is not the position that you can give birth in, typically. It's not a good position. And at least here in Kelowna, they don't allow you to give birth in when baby is breeched like that. So
yeah, it's just not safe for mom or baby.
Yeah.
So if he stays in this position, it will mean a C-section.
So like breeched babies are quite common earlier on, but then they usually flip. So by the time you get to 36 weeks, only 4% of babies usually stay breeched. Now, I just don't know if I'm going to fall in that 4%. Right now, all we can do is really just try ourselves to try and flip him.
Yeah.
Which we're doing the like spitting babies circuit, which was recommended on various forums, which is like a mixture of different like yoga poses. So there's multiple reasons why a baby can be breeched. I don't know why this little dude is breeched. But one of the things that like all the exercises that we're doing, what going to a chiropractor will do, is try and just open up the pelvis area to just allow more room. So like if baby's butt was like wedged in there, he could kind of wiggle free and then hopefully flip on his own. We have a few more weeks. We have a few more weeks to try and convince this child to flip.
You can't give up now.
Yeah. So yesterday I went for my ultrasound. And unfortunately, at 36 weeks and 5 days, baby is still breeched. He is Frank breeched. And I discussed having an ECV. An ECV is a procedure where they manually turn the baby. It's performed at the hospital by doctors. Unfortunately, because I have an anterior placenta, so my placenta is in the front, and I have medium to low amniotic fluid, and I'm a first-time mom, the chances of a successful ECV would be less than 10%. And there's a lot of risks involved, being that like you could go into premature labor, I could cause fetal distress, I could rupture my placenta. They are rare that they would occur, but an ECV is also a very painful procedure. And with a less than 10% success rate, essentially, it just doesn't seem worth it. It means that I'm going to be having a C-section, and it was not what I wanted to have. It's going to be scheduled, which means I won't even go into labor. I did a whole lot of prep for what I would like my birth experience to be. C-section wasn't one of them. Epidurals or spinal taps weren't in it as well. So, it just kind of sucks. Because I was actually like really looking forward to having, like experiencing birth, like having a natural birth. Experiencing contractions in labor. I know it sounds stupid because I wanted to experience it, but I wanted to experience it. I was never afraid of the pain. And I just feel like I'm just kind of missing out on an experience that I kind of wanted to have. And I know that like I know that obviously my health and baby's health is most important, but just kind of sucks when you don't really have a choice and you feel like your choice has been taken from you. Still a chance in the next couple weeks he can rotate out of breech and go head down, but it's very unlikely at this point. That's that. That's the dealio with our little Frank breeched baby. The nice thing is that at least a scheduled C-section is a lot better for recovery than an emergency C-section. There's one, I guess, silver lining to it. So right now I'm currently doing research into, I guess, C-sections, recovery from C-sections, and all that that's involved with that. So if you have any experience, if you've had one yourself, please let me know down below in the comments. I'm honestly trying to just get as much information as I can. Now let me just go through some fun third trimester symptoms that I've been going through, aside from the whole breech situation. The third trimester, generally in terms of symptoms, has actually been quite easy. Like, honestly, it really wasn't that bad. Between week 28 to 33, which is like basically the beginning of my third trimester, I had a lot of heartburn, which sucks, but it's not like the worst thing ever. Kind of expected it considering how big my stomach has gotten. So I just had to kind of be a bit more careful with eating food, etc. I've definitely had cravings for a lot of not very healthy foods, like mac and cheese, gummy worms, and lots of popsicles and freezies, which is kind of understanding because it's been like the hottest summer ever in Canada, literally ever. We broke all of the heat records where I live, which is super awesome when you are super pregnant in your third trimester. So the heat has been a lot, but fortunately I live in a house that has AC, so I've literally just been inside my entire third trimester. I do not go outside anymore, and so smoky because now there's just a bunch of smoke. So it's either heat wave or smoke. I've also, since week 34, I've pretty much just gotten exhaustion again. So I've been really, really tired, having naps again during the day, which I kind of expected would probably happen because I was doing that a lot my first trimester. My gums, this is a weird one, are so sensitive that I can't floss my teeth anymore. Every time I brush, TMI, but there's blood. I can't. My mouth is not it's not where I want it to be. That's my third trimester checklist. We've pretty much gotten everything done from it. Except for the biggest thing is we haven't finalized his name yet. We don't know what to call him yet. We have a couple names that we've narrowed it down to, but oh man. So if you have any last minute name suggestions for little boys, let me know that as well down below in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Hopefully with a little baby. With a little boy. Bye.